Hey, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening? Welcome to the Wrestling Wire, your place where we put all that wrestling goodness on you. Hope everybody is well tonight. I'm doing good. Just trying to get some stuff done. I know David and I are a few minutes late getting the show started tonight. That
Just a
happened.
wee bit,
Yeah,
but we're here. We're
yeah.
live. Just a smidget.
Try to do so many things because we've got a huge weekend coming up.
Hmm.
So we're trying to make sure we got everything logistically handled so that we can have a real successful weekend. That's the goal. It's always to have a
Hey,
successful weekend.
it's always nice,
Anyway,
and it's been crazy. As you can tell, we've been hella busy. 2 weeks back to back, 3 shows. So
right.
yeah.
And then this weekend we're doing 2 live shows from where we're gonna be.
Hmm.
So it's gonna be crazy. So let's not start off with the local stuff or the indie stuff. Let's start off with the TV stuff and then we'll work our way there. Okay? Like we
Uh,
always do.
yeah, isn't that
Okay.
what we usually do?
It is, but we had already started talking about what we're doing this
Oh
weekend. So we
yeah,
just
yeah. Good
kind of
point. Good point. Yeah.
yeah, I know. I know. Tommy Scott chiming in. What is up, Tommy? Uh yes, happy birthday, buddy.
Happy
Definitely happy
birthday, bud.
birthday to you. Dude, so Ethan Page signed his NXT contract and gets an NXT title match all
Hmm.
in one shot. I understand that old boy's been on TV for a while. He's been on TNA, he's been on AEW, and now he's at NXT. I really am not sure that I've seen him cut a better promo than what he did last night or Tuesday night. Tuesday night. I'm sorry, Tuesday. I'm really not sure I
Yeah.
have. Um, the dude is solid on the microphone. He's not a bad in ring competitor either, but it's one of those things where are people utilizing him properly? Has he been properly utilized? Well, we're getting ready to find out because we're going to
Hmm.
see what NXT can do with him. Can NXT turn him into an NXT title holder? And then can he go from there to the main roster in a year, 2 years time and, continue that growth? I don't know. I really don't. What are you thinking?
I think it's a big opportunity, a big shot for him.
Right.
Um, and I think NXT is the right spot for him, just considering the vibe that NXT has,
Right.
the amount of talent on there. I think he's gonna thrive, and they must think the same way because, like you said, right off the bat, you know, title match.
I don't see him winning it though.
Hmm.
I don't see him winning, defeating Trick Williams. I don't see that at all.
Hmm.
But I see that as laying the groundwork to get us him versus Trick in the future and him versus Trick. And at that point, 3 to 6 months down the road, yeah, he'll win.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I agree. This is gonna just pretty much setting that up. You're pretty much laying the
Yeah.
foundation for something here, setting up a pretty. It's gonna be a fun rivalry. I don't think he's gonna
Right.
win it for Trick, not off the
I,
bat. No.
I don't think he's going
If
to
he
win the title.
does, wow, what the fuck? That's that'd be
Yes.
crazy. And I've seen WWE do that kind of stuff before.
Are we going to backtrack to Impact, New Japan, Raw, Rampage, Collision, and all? Yes, we will. We
Yeah.
were just like NXT. This is one of the better continuity programs right now. When you're looking at storyline continuity right now with something hot going on, NXT is it. Uh, because their stories are always just constantly moving together. And in my estimation, that's the Shawn Michaels mark right there. That is definitely a mark of Shawn Michaels because he was all about how the story worked. Yeah, he was selfish about it, but we're all selfish. I
Mhm.
you know, I'm selfish about things. You're selfish. Everybody's selfish about things. So let's not get confused. But Shawn Michaels was, always about what's the next story for me. And then when he went away and came back, he was like, what's the best story for us?
Mm.
And now it's grown even further. He's like, what's the best story for the company and everybody? So he's moving all the parts together himself. And I think he's doing an amazing job with NXT. NXT is very, very watchable. I would be fine with NXT traveling. I really believe NXT could go on the road again. And I mean, I'm not talking I'm not talking, the Barclays Center. I'm not talking Madison Square Garden. I'm not talking the Cap Center. I'm talking about like Spartanburg Auditorium. It's like 6,000 seats, 7,000 seat, whatever. I'm talking about 5 to 7,000 seat arenas. They have those throughout
Hmm.
the country, everywhere. I believe that this show on the road in anywhere from a 3 to 7,000 seat arena every week would be a sellout, or it'd be
Yeah,
close to it.
I agree.
Prices
Yeah.
are great for going to NXT. I was 4 rows back from like, dude, when Mandy Rose walked by, it was crazy how close she was to us. Somebody got hit and their sweat hit us in the 4th row. That's the
And that's
night.
what I like, that small venue feel. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's more intimate. It's more, the crowd is just more into it. It's just
Oh
the
yeah.
energy, the raw energy coming off the crowd when I watch those shows.
Oh
It's
yeah.
incredible.
Big time, dude. I really enjoyed that. Me and my neighbor went. We ate downtown at this place, New Way, and they got this thing. My boy got this thing. I was like, "Get whatever you want, buddy. I got you tonight. We're gonna have a good time." He ordered the big ass burger. That's what it's legit called on the menu. This bitch is a bacon cheeseburger that's double pattied. It's got chili. It's got a potato on there. It's got onion ring. It is this freaking tall. It's got to be 7, 8 inches tall. It's massive. It was ridiculous, but he knocked it out. But we had a great, like I said, we had a good time. Went to dinner, went there. The show was awesome. Um, it was the night that old boy from FTR broke his jaw
Ooh.
right when they were getting pulled into the main roster. It was like some of their last showings, and it was Shinsuke Nakamura's last time too.
Hmm.
It was like his last run with NXT was the live shows, and then he was going to the main roster. So it was nuts. They still had the old belt, the old NXT belt, and they had unveiled the new one. That's what was really funny. Bobby Roode was there. It was cool, dude.
Oh,
Um, Good to see him still doing well as a producer too.
yeah.
He can still go, but at the same time, it is what it is. We're You are the only one that doesn't like Sal Roca. I can tell you that because I think she's
I think she's
or
fun. I think she's
Soul
awesome.
Ruca. Yeah, she's excellent. Um, that impossible cutter she does is freaking awesome. The soul cutter, that is
Hmm.
excellent. I love watching that. All the variations of it, it's phenomenal. Isn't the takeover where Adam Cole debuted?
Maybe.
No, 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 no. The takeover that wasn't a takeover.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know when Adam Cole debuted, but what I'm talking about was a live event. It wasn't a NXT TV taping. They were like, might use some of the footage or whatever, but nah, it was just a regular house show basically, but for NXT. Like I said, tickets were great, great prices. I thoroughly enjoyed that. If I was running a show that I thought could draw that amount of people, that'd be the venue I would want to use.
Nice.
It's got a convention. It's got enough room for a convention center. It's got a full blown theater. You could do musical performances in there, and then have the uh, or whatever. You could do like how they do Taker's One Dead Man show. God, you'll never make enough money to cover the expensive Taker, but you could do like the One Dead Man show, or how they do like Jeff Hardy performs or whatever, like WrestleCade.
Yeah.
It's smaller than the building for WrestleCade by a long shot. We'll see. Um, but like they've got a full arena style where you can sit and watch a play or a concert or a opera or whatever up here, and then down here's the ring area. It's a nice layout, dude. I think if you were to throw a convention in there where you had meet and greet in one spot, the live interviews or stories wherever, like Eric Bischoff and all that, that would be great. And then wrestling down in the bottom, the building to me is perfect for doing something like that. You just
Hmm.
gotta have enough backing to cover the building plus all the reason for people to come, and then that. So and it's
Well,
right
that's
next
not
to a
the
Krispy
only that's
Kreme.
not the only thing out of NXT this week.
Yeah.
Everyone's been talking about Javon Evans making just crazy strides in these matches that he's been getting.
Hmm.
It's been awesome to see him do his thing on NXT.
I'm a huge fan of Javon Evans. Great kid. We've worked with him here in the Indies, so uh, that's one of those things. But like, dude, there's a lot to what Javon Evans is capable of. And the world's getting ready to, and the world's getting to see it now. So I
Yeah,
think that's great.
I think it's awesome.
Oh, definitely.
I wish I had some highlights because
Right.
some of the videos that were put up were just crazy, and just how his match with Sean Spears was just nuts.
Right. The DX of podcasting, the Wrestling Wire podcast. Appreciate you, Scott Larson. Y'all
Thank
be
you,
sure you're
Scott.
checking out the hashtag truth when my man comes back. He had to take the week off, but he will be back real soon. I can't wait. He's putting out some of his best interviews ever. In his most recent run, he has had some of the best interviews I've ever seen him have, and I've been watching him for 5-6 years now. So you can say what you want, but I've been watching him for at least the last 5-6 years, somewhere in that neighborhood. And these interviews, the one with Lazarus Black, really pegs the brain as being one of his best interviews I've ever seen from him. I loved it. Um, let's see here. What are we talking about? Well, we're talking about a lot of things. Brian
Lot.
Scott, how are you this evening? And if you book them, they will show, dude. If you
That
book
that
them
needs
and
to be
pay
a
them,
shit.
yeah, the
That needs to be
talent
a
will
shit.
show because you book them and pay them, but
Mhm.
will the people show up to buy tickets and autographs and this and this and this and this and this? That's where, dude, this is a money game. And you're not talking about chump change. You're talking about to rent that building and bring in the talent and book the card and run the show and everything. You're easily talking $50,000. You're easily in the $50,000 mark to do that. Most
Hmm.
definitely $50,000.
Got a book who will draw attention. Yeah, true. True, true,
Yeah,
true.
exactly. Well, not only that, but you can book a great show. We know a ton of great talent anyway. Do you want to be booking superstars? Like, do you want to book guys from AEW or do you want to book guys that have worked TV or whatever? Do you want to book those people to bring the crowd in for the wrestling show? Or do you want to bring the crowd in by the legends and have your younger talent get showcased by them? You know, see,
Mhm.
that's more my thing. Like, I get it. I get having legends there. It's amazing to have legends there. That would be amazing. You will draw if the Wrestling Wire sponsors the show.
Sponsorship
Oh,
show. I
yes,
guess.
yes, yes. If the Wrestling Wire was to sponsor the show right now, um, I we I at least have the card covered. Let me check my pocket. Hold on. Yeah, I've at least got the card covered. If we do that. But as far as the rest of the stuff, um, I don't know about yeah, calling legends and $50,000 worth of legends in the building and all that shit. Dude, I'm down with it. NXTNA is great. This is going fun.
Yeah,
Um,
that was dope. That collaboration, it was awesome to see, and now
Jordan Grace
they're
and
actually
Stevie
building up
Turner.
to something. I mean,
Right,
I want to see more of it. I need to see
right,
more of it.
right. Jordan Grace defeating Stevie Turner was fun. It was better than I expected it to be. Jordan Grace really is adaptable. She can work with anybody on any level, and you're seeing it now. I understand why she had like I understand that there was some statements made online or on air or whatever, backstage stuff. Her politics were a detriment to her career. However, I am telling you here and now that she could be main event, main roster on WWE, and nobody bat an eye. Nobody would bat an eye. Um, you want to see the Motor City Machine Guns versus the New Catch Republic? Yeah, okay. Okay. Um, it would be interesting, but I need to know the point.
Ooh, that's true.
Besides just so here's the thing. You want to just throw bangers up? We do that at the Indies.
Yeah.
AEW does that. They just throw on matches. You want something that'll hook you and, keep you tuned in week after week after week after week. It ain't just a banger match. It's the story behind the match.
Mm-hmm.
And, wrestling's all about the stories. Whether people yeah, you got wrestling in there, but it's the story being told in the ring. It's the story being told to the ring. It's the story being told the week after that match. You know what I mean? There's layers and levels to everything. Don't believe me? Look at the Bloodline saga. We'll call it an epic because of
Yes.
how long all the Bloodline content. It's like 4 hours worth of shit. If you put all just Bloodline stuff over the last couple of years, it's like 4 hours.
It's
If
a
you take
lot.
all the clips and put them
Yeah.
together, that's a story.
That's long-term storytelling. It's still going on.
Yes. And it's getting ready to get back because we're hearing that Roman Reigns is coming back in July. Cedric Alexander already called out Mustafa Ali on X about an X Division title shot. Hey man, look, I think that would be fun. Cedric Alexander's a hell of a talent. I thought I saw somewhere locally had Shelton Benjamin booked.
Think so.
Yeah, somebody locally's got Shelton Benjamin booked as well. I know Tommy Dreamer's getting ready to come to NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Or not NXT, XWW. I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. Complete goof on that. Let's see here. This is this. Okay, so I've got to try to see how this is gonna work. Oh, cool. Okay, it's gonna work. We've got some stuff to use.
We do.
Up. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We got some. We
On
got
a
some
WWE
serious.
X Division match and Money at the Bank. Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. And yeah, you know what? I would like to be surprised than to have it be announced. It like at the Rumble.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't agree. That's it. Yep. See,
Yeah.
they have Benjamin and Gresham. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. That would be pretty cool. An X Division match at Money in the Bank. I don't think you're gonna see that. They got Clash at the Castle coming up this weekend on Saturday. No, next weekend on Saturday. My bad. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to add those someplace else. That's not gonna work, is it? Yep. Nope. I'm gonna have to do this way. I wonder. Oh, it's only gonna let me do one at a time. Week.
So you can't do it all at the same time.
I can't. Yeah, I can't multi-select. So you're gonna have to give me a minute. Go ahead and keep talking about things.
About things.
Yeah, keep talking about stuff. NXT or whatever.
Let's see. I'd rather see a build up to a Survivor Series match if you really want to bring in TNA. Ooh,
that's not a bad idea either.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
Like no, not an invasion line, but like a competition. I think would be dope.
I mean, but at that point, you either know it's WWE's going over because they're the superior company, or it's even though it's NXT versus because it's NXT, it could be NXT versus TNA, And that
Mhm.
wouldn't be bad if TNA went over because they
Mhm.
are a further along company,
Mhm.
and more seasoned talent. That you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This one. And this one. So I got a bunch of videos loaded up for us for later. As you can see. Um, let's see here. But dude, NXT has been fantastic. I won't be able to watch Clash of Casual live. I'll be at PWIFE charity show. Oh yeah, so will I. I will be there as well, Tommy.
Awesome.
So look forward to seeing you there. If you wear your shirt, I'll sign it for you during the show. Look at that. I'm such a nice
That's a
guy.
good plug. Good plug.
Yeah.
Good plug.
Good plug. He wears his shirt and I will walk over and sign it before I get in the ring. That's exactly. And that, if he wants me to, Jesus, I don't care. Um, just got to be careful not to bring too many XWE talent under the TNA banner. That's another thought, but that still doesn't hurt things. Now it did if you go to something caught my eye on my other screen, and it was just like there's just these pair of eyes looking at me right now, and yeah, it's like my soul just got freaking shot. It was unreal. um, sorry, my bad. I got distracted there. Let's see here. If you had ex WWE stars, right? Would you expect them to be in an epic encounter? You would expect it to be phenomenal because they're ex WWE stars going up
Yeah.
against, right? So last night you had at AEW, you had CMLL versus the freaking Breakfast Club or whatever that is. British Combat Club. I think
Mhm.
it's it. BCC. Yeah, not the other way.
Yeah.
BCC, not the other one. Got it. Listen. So it was. I promise you, it was not Gengar. It was not Gengar. There's a a friend of mine changed her profile picture, and like it's the only thing on that screen right now for some reason because I've got my Facebook pulled up over here. It's
Mhm.
how I communicate with the fans um, during the show, and I just happened to look over, and it's like her eyes just went right through me. It's nuts.
Creepy.
Anyway, no, not at all. Yes. So with that being said, you had BCC in there against CMLL, right?
It's not the British Broadcasting. It's the
That's
Blackpool Combat.
that is that. Hey, look, that's cool. That's cool that you went that way with the BBC, my friend. I'm real good with that. Thank God he went that direction. Oh, I would have felt bad.
Oh well,
Um,
dang! I wanted to talk about Randy Orton real quick because he
we
did have
will,
like a quick little video.
we
But
will.
yeah,
But so you had you had three former WWE superstars, including two former heavyweight champions, WWE champions, whatever you want to call it, teaming with Wheeler Yuta against CMLL. I got a text last night during the match. I couldn't even make it through 10 minutes of this show. I've already turned it off.
mm.
Damn. Oh, you and I were out. You and I were on the phone when that happened. I went and
Yeah,
rewatched
yeah, I
the
remember
show.
that. Yeah,
Yeah. I went and rewatched the show because I'm like, what the hell was so bad? I turned it on. I was editing our content down, and then then I just solely focused on the show because editing our content just you sit here and it's like click, 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 click. It's not much to it. It just takes time.
hmm
I got what they meant though. Like, how is it? Is it because of CMLL? Like, I know all those guys are good performers.
they're
Why didn't
amazing.
it
They're
click?
amazing athletes.
But why didn't it click? Why didn't it hit?
hmm
Then you had what's his name? Some douche canoe on X said something about, and it's one of those leak sites. You know what I'm talking about? The
No, it's
scum of
like
the earth
a
people.
like a
Douchebag
dirt
Dave.
sheet douche.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that guy. Douchebag Dave. Yep,
dirt
that guy.
sheets. Dave.
Yeah, Dirt Sheets Dave. Douchebag Dave, Dirt Sheets Dave, whatever. That guy was like, WWE got the numbers and released them early for Collision. What? are you talking about? He went there to say that the WWE controls that much media that they're releasing the numbers for another company early. What?
I feel like they're trying to rehash the Monday Night Wars.
It's not
But
happening
I
though.
don't. It's yeah.
They
As
really
much as
are.
that would, yeah.
It wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. No, I don't mean Dave Meltzer. I said douchebag Dave Meltzer. That's him. That's his full name. DBDM. Not DMB. Dave Matthews Band's actually cool. DBDM. That's him. Yes, I know. And if you ain't listening to shit, Teddy Swims, you got something wrong with you. Teddy Swims is hitting right now, boy. That's some good shit. Anyway, like I could go on music, but listen, this clown in here talking about that. Why is it that big of a deal?
Mm-hmm.
Number one, I don't see how that's possible. You mean to tell me there's a snitch in Nielsen ratings that's releasing the numbers to WWE early? Like, oh, here, Hunter, give me an extra $5 and I'll give you the numbers early. Really? Yeah, man. Oh, Brian Scott with the greatest thing I've ever read. You can't rehash a Monday Night War when one company can't sell out a small arena and the other one's selling out around the world.
True.
There's not a war. That's like, I would compare it to somebody trying to go take over Baltimore, but that would probably take longer than it did for them to take over Afghanistan the first time. Honestly, you couldn't take over Baltimore in 72 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Just my opinion.
He'll bring up Baltimore again. And I guess we already touched upon on his other comment. Seemed to run into the same issue. MLW.
No,
okay, all right. I watched their Battle Riot event, and it was full of CMLL talent as well.
So it was a bunch of people that couldn't get over, or it was just a bunch of people that nobody got behind. That's getting over, being over, and the crowd being behind you are two different things. I have seen people be just mediocre at best, or just an average professional wrestler.
And it's just kind of weird because like it's a long, it's
a storied history.
Yeah, it's a long story promotion. It's been around for like 90 years. Yes, it's gone through different owners. I think that might be the problem. Maybe bunch
of unknown talent. The crowd was dead.
Well, Ernest unknown to them,
Scotty Riggs were on it for no reason. Dude, well, Ernest the Cat Miller, we're going to be hanging out with him tomorrow. And I think Scotty Riggs, too.
Yep.
I think both of those guys are going to be with us tomorrow and this weekend. So that'll be cool. But yeah, I don't understand the thing of it. If you wanted to put on a show and get your own talent over, why are you bringing in people from another place? In the case of what they're doing with TNA,
has a like a working relationship with. Well, they had one with New Japan, so I guess through that they have it through AEW too.
Hey, maybe, but look, you see how it's being done with NXT. Jordan Grace here and there, and that every now and then you get a different star. Mickey James did it. That's what I'm saying. With all that being said, it's working there. Why isn't it working at AEW? Why isn't it working at MLW? I don't like. Are you oversaturating what you're bringing in?
They're amazing talent. They're awesome in the ring. Maybe it's just who they're putting up against.
I think it's the fact that Your crowd doesn't know them and they don't give a shit. That's like NWA. All right, I'm going to use the NWA for an example. We know a good bit of the talent there, and for the most part, it's not a big revolving door of talent. They stick with the same core group of guys and interchange a couple pieces, parts here or there.
Mm-hmm.
But when you bring in them other people, the crowd has to get used to them. They have to get to know them. Unless you're in their town, then the crowd might know them. But when you're in wherever in the hell in the Midwest, MLW's doing their thing. Because I thought that shit was in like Dakota or some fuck. I'm wrong as hell, but it's like in the Midwest somewhere. If you're way the hell out there and you're bringing in talent from CMLL, which is Mexico, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're bringing in them, do you think anybody in that joint going to know who the hell they are? Probably not. They ain't going to have a clue. They ain't going to have a slide. They might have heard of one or two people, but they're not going to know most of them. So, of course, they're not going to get over. Of course, they're not going to get a following. It's great that you're trying to get them out there, but was it worth your money to do that? The way it's happening with WWE, it's worth their money because they're getting enough out of it. Exactly.
Yeah. There it is.
Just using Jordan Grace in the ring backstage builds excitement, dragging out 4 random Mexican mass stars that are introduced against a mega fan favorite. Meh. Exactly. My point exactly. What's up, Clifford Stanley? He's saying hi to everybody. He's got all three. He's got all 3 of us and them 2 in the crowd. What's up, Tommy and Brian? Everybody in here. But he said Slim J was there and a ton of Japan Noah talent.
Noah talent, yeah.
So bringing in people from other feds, I understand, but I don't get what it's doing for your product. Is it doing anything for your product? You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing
and it's good to see that cross promotional stuff. I love seeing it. And
I
it's
do
stuff like, that, forbidden door that everyone likes to talk about. It's cool to see it open and to see TNA and WWE doing it and handling it well. I mean, like Brian said, it's building up that momentum, it's building up the anticipation, and I can't wait to see more.
Right. There's a difference. Pardon me. It's been a long day, and tomorrow's gonna be really fucking long too.
We're getting coffee in the morning.
Oh, I'll probably already have had some before y'all. But anyway, yeah. Before I go get coffee again. Listen. When it comes down to it, why are you thinking that it will be that crazy of a reaction from your crowd when they're predominantly unknowns? Mm-hmm. That's what kills me. Like I get it that there's a lot to it, but at the same time, I don't want to see companies thinking branching out like this is going to be the best thing for business. Look at it how we see it on the indies, right? We see the same talent traveling show to show to show to show to show to show to show for 7, 8 different feds, right? Mm-hmm. That's cool. We know them. You want to take them because they're really popular here and drop them in the Midwest? Do you think they're going to do anything? No.
Oh, I guess it depends on the following that they have. I mean,
I get what you're saying, but I don't agree. I just don't agree. That's like, all right, I'll use where we're going this weekend as an example. There are so many legends where we're going this weekend that, there's going to be a crowd there. The crowd is going to be there and the wrestling is going to happen. And, some of these guys are going to catch followings like hell, like wildfire. It's going to be great. It's going to be really good for them. But at the same time, these dudes are also running around show to show to show to show to show in our already existing market area here. Mm-hmm. If they go out west, they're not going to have that big of a following out there. They're going to have to build up out there. But then now you're looking at, well, is it worth them traveling over there?
Mhm.
Is the juice worth the squeeze, man? Is the juice worth the squeeze? That's where you got, that's where the money is. And whether anybody, you're right, this is a sport. It is a sport. It's a
It is.
business. It's a business. If you ain't making money, you're probably doing something wrong. It has gone long and hard to say. Jim Ross said it, and he said it for years. You can make money or you can make friends. I respectfully disagree, but we'll leave that alone. Um, they were in Atlanta. Sunday pay per view show is free on YouTube Tuesday morning. Wow. Legends should be used to draw your showcase your local talent. That's how you get returning fans. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we were saying. But man, I feel like we had a bunch of shows last weekend. Let's go. Oh, you wanted to talk about Randy Orton. Tell me about Randy Orton. What'd you have to
Yeah.
say?
Well, he had a interview this week. He said a couple of things. Uh, how he came up with the RKO, because his dad had a ceremony as well. So this week I was just kind of going through the socials and stuff. He's talking about his relationship with Vince McMahon and how this is a new era, that it's been a long time coming, and that it's better that he's gone now. And paraphrasing, and just it was kind of interesting to see his thoughts on that, and who he thinks is the next superstar, or that in his eyes coming up. LA Knight was mentioned. I was trying to pull up the video clip, but I can't find the actual clip that I actually watched. It's like a quick little 30-second clip of everything that he said. So I'm gonna have to agree with it. It's a new era, and you can see it with the production and the matches that have been happening lately.
Right.
He's also.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, he was also talking about just scheduling and stuff. Like he would mention, I'm trying to go see my family, or I'm injured, I'm not feeling good, and he's like, he was told, you still got to wrestle, man. I need you at the show. So now, if he needs to, take a bit of a break or whatever, he can do it. It's just the mindset has changed behind the scenes. So he did bring that up. It's like a different atmosphere. It's not as a grueling of a schedule.
Right. So, and we referenced this last night, I believe, because we were talking about Justin Credible.
Yeah.
Justin Credible put out a tweet after Will Ospreay said he's going to take
Ospreay, like the bird.
Gesundheit. He said he's going to take a sabbatical. He just got there.
He just got there.
Like you just got through the door and got a belt, and now you're taking a sabbatical. Man, Paul made the right decision by not hiring this guy. Because if he's already struggling with this schedule, he wouldn't have survived that schedule. Dude, PJ Palaco, Justin Credible, whatever you want to call that man, just said, he was like, I did 30 damn matches in 30 days in Germany. You ain't even done 30 matches yet, and you've been there a couple months. What are you talking? It's a different era now, but that's the other trick of the trade.
True. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a twofold problem. And Bill Hazelwood brought this up once before with us or with me. I don't remember if you were around when Bill did this. It was like back then they were wrestling so many nights a week that they didn't get hurt as often because they were wrestling so much that their body was used to the bump. Their body was used to the beating. Their body was used to the road. Their body was used to all this shit. Whereas now they do it so infrequently, they get injured more. And I said that's one way of definitely saying that they could get injured more. The other way of saying that they could get injured more, look at some of the shit that they do now. Some of the things that they do now are ridiculous, and they don't need to be. That's the other trick of the trade. You don't need, and not everybody's got to be a Jeff Hardy. Okay, I'm using him as an example. Not everybody's got to be a Jeff Hardy
or a Darby Allin. Case in point.
Yes, Darby Allen today. Yes, yes. The human crash test dummy, Darby Allen. If I ever get to introduce him, that's what I'm gonna say. The human crash test dummy, Darby Allen. Because I think it'd be funny. That's why. Not to insult the guy. I think he's a solid person from what I see online. His online presence. Oh no. I got that confused. Um, yeah, no, not his online presence. Not at all. I think he's a solid wrestler when he actually
Mhm.
gets in there and wrestles. But when all he's doing is the suicide shit, it's like, okay, eh, all right.
Yeah, you're like, take
Eh.
it or leave it. Yeah.
It doesn't impress me.
Mhm.
I've seen all right, we've seen death matches, we've seen barbed wire, we've seen light tubes, we've seen thumbtacks and tables and nails and chairs and ladders and all this bullshit. We've seen it all. Doors, glass panes, okay. All right, now if you're gonna get thrown into a cement mixer that's moving, all right, hold on. Or you're gonna get thrown in front of a moving vehicle. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. No, we already saw that too with Goldust and Roddy Piper years and years ago. Um, if you're gonna jump out of an airplane to do an elbow drop, okay. Now I need to see somebody do it. They bring in the chopper nice and low, and somebody jumps out of the chopper and hits an elbow drop or some shit. There we go. That's the next level. Let's hope they land better than Adam Copeland did and they don't break their tibia.
Oof. Ow.
Oh, he broke his leg jumping off the top of the barbed wire cage.
Oof.
Yeah. Let's see here. Pro wrestling politician. Do you guys know what recent indie incident everyone is talking about? Rookie
Yes,
shot
but
back at,
we'll talk about it
yes.
during our yeah.
Yeah, you talking about the two dudes kicked him in the fucking head and knocked him out?
We will talk about it in our indie section.
Okay, yeah. Problem with a Darby guy is he's only one doing it. 3 previous AEW had the same wild holy shit spots.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's the issue that like everyone's going for that holy shit spot. You know what I mean? Like you can get a good crowd reaction. You don't have to literally kill yourself.
You can't seem to find the clip. I've had the clip.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are doing trying not to spread it as much. I think you got.
Oh no! It's been all
Yeah.
over my social.
Pictures of it have been all over mine.
Nah, I've seen the video. I watched the video shortly before I sat down to do the show. I was, indisposed in the other room, and I was flipping through my phone, and there it was. It is on a bunch of leak sites, but it was.
That's not good.
I mean, it's hard to see really what happened from a cell phone and the angle that they were at, because it looked kind of like the super kick from the Bucks where they both come together. But the thing of it is, they actually like crushed his head.
It was gross.
Yeah.
But we will talk about it.
Yeah. Well, no, that's pretty much all there is to it, because I got nothing else for it. So that's everything we wanted to talk about as far as the big shows went. I want you to tell me what happened at the shows you worked at this weekend. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay, what are you asking what for? PW politician. What are you talking about? What? I need to know.
Come on, baby, because he needs to.
Can I send you the link? I will. If I find the link, I will try to look you up and send it your way. I will do that for you. Hey, no problem. If I find it, I'll send it to you. Or I'll share it on my social and you can see it there. Be sure you're following the Wrestling Wire podcast Facebook page in order to see anything we post. But yeah, if I come across it, I will put it there.
Well, there's nothing else you want to talk about. Like we talked about AEW a little bit, I guess. Nothing, no news there. Nothing.
There was nothing really major I wanted to get into. The best stuff was NXT this week. Look, Raw was fine, but it was Raw, and we're building towards Clash at the Castle. You've got Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre on the 15th. What else? Like right now, there's nothing really else going on. Everything's building towards Clash at the Castle, and I think they're going to have that finalized in the next, maybe starting Friday, this Friday night. You will get some matches, more matches built towards Clash at the Castle.
Mhm.
But then next week they'll like put the final stuff out of here's all what's going on at Clash at the Castle. Like they already know. That's why they released the main event already. They released the main event
Okay.
last time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That way they already had the hook in them.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
already going to
Yeah.
sell out because it's Clash at the Castle. They were already going to sell out. It's already going to be a badass show. But now they're going to start adding the matches to it that were already planned out. So I think it's going to be good. But anyway, you worked some shows this weekend. I want to hear what you got.
Let's see. First thing first, I went to. So La Cultura made our debut at Strong
Okay.
Style Pro for the WrestleMania show. This is WrestleMania number 3. As you can see in the background, if you could remove the tags real quick, Lorenzo is keeping a good eye on Shiny behind me. Look at that.
Nice.
Strong Style Pro Tag Team Champions. Making a debut and taking the titles like it was taking candy from a baby, or cotton candy in my case. I saw opportunity. I saw an opportunity and I took it. And you know what they say? It does taste better when taken from a baby. Candy is delicious. So that's news right there.
Right.
Right now, I have heat with a child, so that's a thing now.
It's all for the
Nothing new.
kids.
Nothing new. But we apparently made history. We are, if correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Warlock and the SSP higher ups, I believe La Cultura is your first Latino tag team champions at
Oh, very
SSP.
nice.
So we just made some history.
There you go.
So excited about that. That's opened up some opportunities for us at SSP and for La Cultura. So shout out to them. Congratulations, guys. So I have one of the belts, they have the other. So we're gonna be touring the world with this. We actually have permission because they are now officially champions. We are allowed to defend that beautiful title anywhere, anytime.
Very good. And this is the show you're talking about, WrestleMania
Yep.
3 that occurred?
It was an awesome show, fun show. Audrey Allen and Mila Johnson had a show out. I mean, these girls went at it. They were rough on each other. Let me tell you, those are some hard hitting ladies.
Right.
The matches were fun. SSP always puts on an awesome show. The crowd was great. They really got into it. And their next show will be at the Amherst County Fair in October. So once that gets closer and we get more info on that, we'll talk about that here.
Oh, very cool.
And then from there, I went over to double shouted. So I went over to FWA. I did some announcing over there. Awesome matches. That kid in the middle, ever since he's gotten Mr. Christian Price, ever since he's gotten under the tutelage of Mr. J.M. Gallo, he has been on a new level. Watch out for that kid. That kid is going places. Let me tell you. No, that was an amazing match card there. The crowd was hot. This is like the biggest crowd they've had so far. The crowd was into it. They were loud. They were just it was crazy. Willy-nilly. The crowd is kind of split between him. Half the crowd is cheering for him, half the crowd is booing for him. I think he's going to be going places too. So above all, great card. I loved working with that crew over there at Foothills Wrestling Alliance. They're usually going to be continuing going on in King, North Carolina, over at Chestnut Grove Middle School. So definitely check those out. But yeah, that was pretty much my weekend.
Dude, very cool. We do have a guest joining us momentarily. Actually, he's already backstage in the green room. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring him on and we're going to talk about Champions of Fire 2. Check this out. What's up, Spotlight? Scotty Brooks, still your Ring of Fire heavyweight champion.
Got to give a little quick shout out here. I'm here at Old Abe's Brew House in Clarksville, Tennessee tonight. They also own Screaming Eagle cigars. Great beer, great cigars. They sell Aladino. Go by and say hello to them if you're ever in the area.
Nice. Clarksville, Tennessee. You said I'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, near Fort Campbell.
Okay. So you guys had a pretty successful show over the weekend.
That we did.
Excellent. Always good to hear. Unfortunately, I was I had prior engagements, so I had to handle my business. But we're going to go ahead and talk about this because we were. That's what we're going to start doing now. Is we're going to make sure that we recap everything we're involved in to try to keep everybody in the loop with everything going on. As much so now they get to the same disease we have. They have to know everything that we know. And it's like, here, y'all have to keep up too. This would be great. So let's check it out. This was your original flyer for this show. Tell me,
yes, sir,
who won this one here?
Actually,
if I'm not mistaken, Bodie went over in that. A very strong showing from him. Yes, very strong showing from Bodie. Bodie impressed a lot of people in the back. I've worked with him before. He's a great talent. If you're not booking him, you should.
Gotcha.
I think I still have our
predictions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh my.
This will be funny. I stayed in and watched that last time. That was I really like the Microsoft Paint version of that.
Thank you.
I freaking hate it.
I am being I am being very sarcastic.
Okay. I
loved
Excel.
it.
Yeah. I like Excel. And I hated the paint thing. I thought it was ridiculous.
I thought it was great. The crowd loved it.
JC Owens, Gunnar Rose.
So this would end up turning into a tag team match. JC and Gunnar would end up, if I'm not mistaken, tagging up to take on Mike Levy and D.A. Bigelow, who made a surprise entrance to I don't want to say ruin the match, but make their presence known. And if I'm not mistaken, let me check my results here. Levy and D.A. Levy and D.A. Defeated them. So. But they're young guns. They're slowly getting their feet under. I think this is a great learning experience for JC Owens and Gunnar Rose, and who knows what the future holds for those two.
Yep. Now I know that this match was high octane. Luke Fury, Morgan Dash. What were your thoughts on this one?
That one had a lot of hype behind.
Oh, he cut out.
Match.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, sorry. That one had a lot of hype behind it. It met the expectations. Very high octane. It was what it was supposed to be on the card, which was very fast paced, a little bit different than some of the other matches. But man, it was phenomenal. Every time Luke Fury steps into the ring, guys, you have to see it. It's phenomenal. Morgan Dash, what can I say about this kid? As these kids get older, they're going to be, I have no doubt that we'll see them in higher up promotions as we go along.
Right. I agree entirely.
So here's that we were talking about earlier. So I said Luke.
I said,
right? You said Luke. And
so we did have one change to the card. The one half of the high hitters was not allowed, not allowed, but did not make the show. So we changed the match. Maurice Moss versus Dante Khalifa. The Dante Khalifa. I'm sorry,
Maurice Moss. The Dante Khalifa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that match was very very good. That one was up for almost stealing the show. Those guys really went out there, put on. Everybody was talking about that match at intermission about how great it was, how everything looked. Dante reigned supreme in that one. He defeated Maurice, but I'm gonna tell you, man, Maurice Moss is one heck of a talent. I've already spoken about Dante, but I'll keep putting Dante over right here. Dante Khalifa is one of those guys that has only been in the business for a year, and he is already turning heads. He's another one. If you're not booking him, get him out there, get him on your shows. Maurice Moss, open invitation anytime you want to take a crack at my Ring of Fire title. You're more than welcome.
Ooh, look at that, Maurice.
Wow. Hey, can you zoom in on that image? Because I'm getting a headache trying to read this.
Sure. Give me a second.
What is this over here on the right? Is that Ron Burgundy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had Bodie. The JC match doesn't count because it was thrown out.
Okay.
The JC and Gunner match doesn't count.
Okay.
And see, Lorenzo was wrong.
Okay.
I had Bodie. I had Luke. Let's see here. The next matchup we were talking about was Tommy Okami and Trey Chaos, and I had Okami winning. And Tommy Okami is your new Inferno champion.
There you go. Oh, Lorenzo got one. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Tommy Okami really showed out. That was another great match. I think that one actually kicked the show off and put it in high gear for the rest of us. Tommy Okami, another guy. If you're not booking him, if you need another good solid heel, Trey Chaos is another one, guys. Just letting you know.
Right. Let's see here. Looks like y'all two had whiskey and I had.
You had the high hitters.
Yeah, I had the high hitters.
So Fisticuffs actually came out on top in that one, guys. And they are the new number one contenders for the ROFW tag team titles.
Okay.
And we were wrong on that one, bud. Yeah. He wants to take a shot of whiskey with the whiskey. Yeah. Of course you do.
Yep. And then I had Scotty.
Hey, let me get a little something in here, guys. This is Brian at Old Abe's. He also manages the cigar shop at Screaming Eagle. They're closing up shop. Just wanted to give him on here. Give you guys a shout out.
Yeah, shout out. Hey,
excellent.
So you need some of those nice smokables, you know where to go when you're in the Tennessee area.
Exactly. It's always good to know where the good. I got to catch up with you. Somebody asked me about cigars in Anderson or Seneca or some mess. So
we can talk.
Yeah.
All right.
We can talk.
Then, I have Scotty. Lorenzo had Kaz.
And I had Scotty. And Scotty is still your Ring of Fire champion. So I won the predictions battle on this one.
Dang, we did not win this. Buddy.
Yeah. I won the predictions on this one.
I'm just going to stand here and smirk for a little bit, guys. I'm not going to lie. Getting in the ring with Kazarian was probably a top 3 moment in my life. And for the first time in a long time, I felt like I belonged, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
That was a really big eye opener. Listen, he's a hell of a competitor. They don't call him the King of TNA for nothing. The guy is wrestling Dolph Ziggler tonight on Impact for the TNA World Heavyweight title. Yeah, Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler, same thing. The guy's a phenomenal talent. Definitely sat at the learning tree as he was kicking my ass all over the Neil Clark Rec Center. But at the same time, we both came out with a mutual respect for each other, and I think the world of Frankie Kazarian as far as a competitor. That's another open challenge. Anytime he wants to come back to the Carolinas and take me on for that belt, anytime, anywhere, any place, that's all we got to do. You make it, well, I'll sign it.
I understand that. I understand that. But I have something a little bit different that I need to talk to you about tonight.
Okay, let's talk.
So this recently crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Champions Fallout. Jay Lethal is going to be in the building.
That's right. But
Now,
I mean, if he wants to get it, I mean,
well, hold up, slow your roll, big. I swear, y'all get so rabbit blood in this joint. Do they use rabbit blood? Did they use that statement here in the South? They say rabbit blood in the South.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
That's a northern thing, then. My bad. So rabbit blood means you're real quick on the draw and shit. But listen, so Mr. Lethal's coming to town, but you and him aren't fighting each other.
Oh, okay. Well, this is the first I've heard.
You and him are actually going to be teaming up together in
Oh,
the main
well,
event
that's
that night.
Say what?
You and him will
I
be
am
putting
down.
on.
Hey,
What?
listen. I am ecstatic. Let's go.
Right? So it's actually going to be Jay Lethal and Spotlight Scotty Brooks. Hey, I did that like the first time I met you. I said the wrong
That's right.
thing. But you two are going to be in a team, and I just haven't figured out which team is going against you yet.
Let's just make it an open challenge right here. Any tag team in Ring of Fire Wrestling right now that wants to take on a TNA, AEW legend, and the current world heavyweight champion. Hey, I'll even tell you what. I'll do one even better. If I get pinned in that match, whoever pins me can become world heavyweight champion. I will lay that down right here.
I gotta look at the contract. Hold on, I gotta look at the contract and see if I can switch that in there. But well, I was also thinking maybe if they pin you, they could get a shot at the heavyweight title.
No, we'll just go ahead and put the title on the line.
You want to put the title on the line?
I am that confident that we will come out on top. That me and Lethal. Listen. Let's just go ahead and go. That's a lethal combination.
It really is. That means I've got to redraw the contract.
You redraw it. I'm sure he'll sign it. I'll sign it. I'll sign it. I'll sign it tonight. Fax it to my house. Email it. Send smoke signals. I don't give a damn.
It won't be tonight. I've got a pack. I've got an errand to run. And the first thing, I will try to get it to you before 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Done.
I will do my best to get it to you before 10 a.m. because I'm going to be on the road to Hotlanta tomorrow.
Oh, well. Is that the show that we talked about with all the legends?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Enjoy, man. I wish I was going with you. I am actually going to plug this real quick, too. Tomorrow night and Saturday, I'm in Metropolis, Illinois for the Superman Festival, wrestling on that with Justin Lee, who came in. If you're in the area, if there's anybody around that area, come on in, watch it. It'll be fun.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
But we will definitely keep going or keep up as much information as we can on that. As further developments happen, we will go for it.
Hey, and if there's any way we can make a rematch, I want to put that out there for Frankie Kazarian. If there's any way we can do that, I am 100% down with that too.
I'll work on it, Scotty. I will, but I mean, like currently, my schedule is hectic right now.
I got you, man. I got you.
We're doing 3 shows last week, 3 live streams this week, 2 live appearances this weekend where we're going to be broadcasting live as well. Mm-hmm. And then next week, my first seminar. If David booked anything for next Tuesday, he's handling it solo because I've got to go teach a seminar. So it's just, yes, I'm doing a seminar for a group of people. We'll talk about it after it happens.
Sounds good.
I want to make sure it goes off before I shoot my mouth off.
Hey, I think anywhere you're teaching certain aspects of the business, Ron, I think you are a hidden treasure in a gem. Draven, I can't say. Is it David? Yeah, it's David. Draven.
Thank you.
David, Draven, Taven. Yeah, Raven.
Raven.
Well,
no.
If you were saying Draven, that would have been a reference to the crow.
The crow.
Well, David, I can't say so much about you. I mean, like, I don't really know who you are. I'm special.
Wow. Not like we talk.
David, love you,
not like watching every week.
Yeah. right?
Just messing, man. Hey, no, seriously, thank you guys for always having me. Thank you guys for being supporters of the promotion, and we really do appreciate it. Just want you to know that.
No, we appreciate it, man. Coming out
All
here
right,
and taking your
And
time
guys,
to come here and promote.
And guys, again, Dante Khalifa, Tommy Okami, Maurice Moss, Whiskey Business. These guys are, I know a lot of these guys are getting booked, but again, I'm going to say it. These guys are phenomenal. If you just because they're in the Carolinas doesn't mean they can't be in Tennessee and Georgia and all these other places. Give them a shot.
Most definitely.
Thank
you very much for joining us, champ.
Thank
and
you.
I'll try to have that form to you by 10 a.m.
Sounds good, man.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Look at you, man, dropping bombs and
look,
making contracts and okay there.
Hey, I've been busy. I have been
deal
busy.
broker.
Listen, I've been busy as hell. Here's the thing. You remember I mentioned the other day, somebody was like, I don't see how you have time to do all this shit in wrestling. And it's not that I have time, it's that I make time.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned earlier about being selfish, right? So when my kids are up, I'm with my kids. When my friends want to hang out, I'm with my friends. But when I ain't got shit else to do, if I'm cooking food, if I'm cleaning the house, if I'm doing whatever, I've got an earbud in. I've got my phone going. I'm on my phone. I've got a phone call. I'm multitasking. I am constantly working because I feel like if I don't, my brain will go a million other places. I have to do this so I can focus. I have to do so much shit at one time or I can't focus anymore. Tomorrow, when I'm on the road, all right, I wrote an entire fucking show with another person in 20 minutes last Friday night. An entire show. And I will show you the thing. I will show you the write-up tomorrow. I'll show it to you. When I see you.
I'll give you some notes, maybe,
you ain't gonna be able to give me notes on this. This is not tacos and quesadillas. I don't know. I ran out of shit. I didn't want to say this isn't cutting grass.
Okay. Go away. Yeah. Wow. Can you believe that guy? Can you believe him?
At least I said it was tacos and quesadillas, and I didn't say it was cutting fucking grass. Okay? Leave me alone.
Sure.
Leave me alone.
We don't know who the opponents are going to be, Mr. PW politician.
We don't know yet. We have not got there yet.
He issued an open challenge, so anybody watching,
that'll be released at a later date and time. I got to redraw the contract already, so I haven't got the contract signed from Scotty and Jay Lethal yet. It'll go to Scotty first, and then it'll go to Jay. I've just got to redraw the contract for that to happen tomorrow. Hopefully Scotty will save the contract to ride.
Just throwing this out there, I just know a couple of recently gained tag titles.
Well, so he said that they've got to be currently in Ring of Fire Wrestling. So there's that. There's that. You need to keep that in mind. You need to keep that in mind.
Lorenzo, technical.
Gotcha. You've got to keep that in mind. Anyway, dude, what a freaking weekend I had. Speaking of last weekend, Friday night, I was hanging out down at El Poblano's with Las Vegas,
Poblano,
tomato. Okay, for shit's sakes, leave me alone. We had Santana Jackson in the house hanging out. Dude, there are a ton of pictures. There's a couple of videos. Most of it's on the Wrestling Wire podcast Facebook page. Go check them out. This guy was hanging out with fans, taught a young kid how to do the moonwalk. He was dancing with people. Some lady, it was her birthday. He was singing with people. I saw him sit on some woman's lap and sing, and then hand the mic to her, back. It was cool as hell. He came up to me and tried to get me to sing, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, brother, I don't know this song. I can't help you. So I didn't. It was a Michael Jackson song. I really didn't know. I know a bunch of them, but this one was just one I didn't know.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, it was. I don't even remember what song it was, but anyway, it was just a cool experience. Left there, went to the venue, got a bunch of stuff loaded up. Showed up the next day bright and early. It was like 11 o'clock in the morning, dude. It was like 11 in the morning. We're at the venue. The show starts at 7 at night. The live band started at 6. The meet and greet started at 5:30. Like it was just a never-ending process. Never-ending freaking process. But it was a blast, right? So anyway, we're going to cover the matchups from the Norton Lewis Memorial American Wrestling League. This show was one for the ages. I'm not going to even deny it. The video file, hard cam, Roman cam, commentary was right at 30 gigs of space.
Dang.
30 gigs of space. Oh, believe me, baby. Believe me. It was nuts. I'm the one who built the file. So I know how big the file was. Matchup number 1, we had Crucifix defeating Ken Magnum, retaining his NCW title. We had Suicide defeating Peterbilt. You've got our results. Just pull our results up, and we'll cover them here in a minute.
Our results. I do.
Yeah, our predictions. Did we do predictions on this one? I thought we did.
We did, but I don't think I saved it as a file.
Oh, well, see, that's why you need to use Excel, genius.
I think I did this.
It auto saves.
Yeah.
The other guys defeated Chooch and Kush.
What?
Yup, the other guys defeated them. Cooper. Oh, wait, I had that wrong. Oops. Cooper Housley defeated Chris Vallow. Jackson Sane defeated Duke Patterson.
Okay, saw that coming. Yeah,
the
we did say
CPW
that.
title. Oh, but man, what a fun match it was. What a fun match it was. It was a really good matchup. Lodi, Caleb Conley. Lodi defeated Caleb Conley. That was a good one.
Told you.
Oh, yeah.
Called out.
I think I predicted Lodi as well. Soul Patrol. I don't have their match graphic. That sucks. I'm going to take this off. The Soul Patrol defeated the 5-time NWA Tag Team Champions in the Heat Seekers to take the AWL Tag Team titles from them.
Called it.
Yep, the Soul Patrol defeated the Heat Seekers. Don Furio retained over Very Morales. Excellent matchup. Really fun match. Just solid in-ring work. I'm going to talk about more of these. And Santana Jackson defeated Chase Emery in the main event of the evening. Look, pretty much what we talked about on the preview show was how this night went.
I'm not surprised.
Ken Magnum, Crucifix brawling, beating the brakes off of each other. It was slug tech. That's what it was. It was a technical slugfest between them two. It was awesome. Suicide pulled some of that crazy shit out and happened to defeat Peterbilt. The speed and the agility overtook the big man size. Kid Kush actually walked out and cost his team the match. He walked out on his partner, which is why the other guys defeated Kush and Chooch. Unreal. I don't know exactly what happened. I haven't been able to get either one to release a comment to me. I really was trying to find out what happened there, but Kid Kush ran out on his boy.
Whoa.
And here we are. Cooper Housley, Chris Vallow. Dude, this was two big men beating the shit out of each other. It was fun. It doesn't get any better than this when you've got two athletes, a number 7 ranked heavyweight in power slap versus Chris Vallow. They beat the shit out of each other, and it was fantastic. I wonder how Cooper's hand's doing though, because he went to knock the hell out of Vallow and missed and hit the ring post. And they ain't round ring post. They got square ring
square.
Post.
Yeah, that'll break a pinky. Quick, fast, in a hurry.
It was loud. This happened on the opposite side of the room and the opposite side of the ring, and we heard it at commentary. Oof. It sounded like a baseball hitting a metal bat. Ting! It had that one to it.
Oof.
Duke Patterson, I give the kid credit for trying. he tried everything he could, but it seemed like no matter what he did, he just could not stop Jack's insane.
I mean, we talked about it. I mean, we
Right.
told him that. Like he not him directly, but we told the fans that Jack's
Right.
insane. He's unpredictable. I mean, he'll bring everything to you to give you the most maximum amount of pain he can dish out on you.
Yeah. Caleb
I'm not.
Conley was so that's how that match went though. It was just violent. Jackson Insane showed he is insane and showed why he is the CPW heavyweight champion. Caleb Conley came out acting an ass, trying to be a bully and an arrogant person with all these people. The crowd. Lodi wasn't having it. When Lodi came out, he walked right through the crowd. To hell with the ring, he went through the people. He had a great time, gave out his signs, did all of his stuff. It worked. It worked out great. Well, Caleb got pissed at that too. So Caleb went after him while he was in the crowd. Big mistake. You should have waited till you had him in the ring because you might have had a better chance at facing him just like that. He tried to sneak attack him and get that unfair advantage. All it did was piss the veteran off.
Oof.
So Lodi came back, House of Fire, and wore him out. It was a great matchup. Don Furio, Very Morales. This was a lot faster of a matchup than I ever anticipated it to be. I have seen Don Furio for the last couple of years. I can tell you he's a phenomenal wrestler. I can tell you he's a star. Seeing him match pace with the Mexican rock star, brother, that was something special. And the main event was nothing short of spectacular. The clips are all there. I don't know how to download. I can't really download reels, so I'm not gonna go through all that. When promoters send me stuff privately, I can download it, but when promoters don't send me stuff privately, I can't.
Well, there's always Facebook
screen share. I could, yeah.
Screen share. Yeah.
It's shared. Well, we could. We're good. Listen, it's shared on the Wrestling Wire Facebook page, or podcast page on Facebook. So if you want to see the clips, I guarantee you'll see it there. Or you can go to American Wrestling League. You'll see the clips there. But Michael Jackson, tribute artist, Santana Jackson versus Chase Emery, the entertainer versus the wrestler. What fun this was. It was a great match from beginning to end. Now, what was crazy is not only did Santana Jackson defeat Chase Emery in this, but he defeated him as the Thriller.
Yeah, so I saw his entrance. He came out with the wolf mask and everything.
He didn't. He came out from under the ring with the wolf mask. He came out normal. Yeah, he came out normal. He came out Santana Jackson. He came out from under the ring as Thriller.
That's awesome.
Yes, it was freaking great, dude. And Chase was like, "What the hell do I do? What do I do with this? Like, how do I beat a wolf?" Like, it was great. It was really spectacular. It was a thriller. Yes, it was. And
it was.
hopefully they'll have the video footage done in a couple of days, and we'll be, talking about matches, or they'll release footage, and we can let everybody know where to see it. We'll be sharing links on our social media pages. But dude, that was my weekend. I got home I left that morning around 10:30, 11 o'clock. No, well, I actually left before that, but I came back home, did some stuff, and then left again. I got home at 1:30 in the morning Sunday. I was at the venue before noon on Saturday.
12-hour shift almost. Well, 13-hour shift.
I worked my ass off this weekend, but it was worth it. It was a great show. We had a good time. So that's all that matters. If you wanted to see photos from it, check out Little Bit Photography. Erica takes fantastic pictures, so you can always look to see if you can see them on there.
Plug in. Nice.
She takes excellent photos, and she also, I'm pretty sure American Wrestling League already got all the pictures too. Mm-hmm. And then most of the talent shared their shared photos as well. But yeah, mad credit to her for some great action shots. But that has been our previous weekend. Now, I don't know how it went off, but I hope everybody did well and enjoyed the Austin Aries seminar because that was Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that went off well. And now it's time for us to do that indie thing where we talk about anybody and everybody. But before we do, shout out XWW. We're live right now on their Roku network. And if you didn't know about it, you can check us out. You can also find us on Wrestling Society Network and AIWF, Allied Independent Wrestling Federations.
Yep.
You can find us all over the place. Why? Yep. Because I don't know. What they call us a wave, a groundswell. There's so many monikers for what we're doing, but how about we just put it with this? We're doing what we do best, and we just call it a day.
Putting people over.
Yeah, but we're gonna get put over.
I think we're still doing WSN, right?
Yeah, I think you finalized that deal, right?
Yeah. They're going to be
they're
doing the same thing. Going to go over to our YouTube. We'll actually be showing up on WSN. Thank you to Mr. Grizzly. Also, shout out to Mr. Brady. He actually reached out to me. He apologized. He was supposed to be on last week.
Right.
Something personal came up and he couldn't come on. So he apologized for that. We're gonna get him on. He's on the schedule now. So shout out to Wrestling Society Network.
Oh, okay. So they're on the schedule. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Yes. Case along, he's at work. Going to be announcing something tomorrow. Oh, geez. Okay. So Ghazi and I spoke at AWL, and there's something being announced tomorrow.
By Ghazi or by you or by AWL?
By Ghazi. Not by. I didn't. Yeah, no. I know what we're talking about. I know exactly what's getting ready to get announced.
Nice.
Listen. Let's just say things are about to get really, really crazy.
Well, with Ghazi, I mean, that can mean
anything's possible with Ghazi.
Yeah,
there's no doubt in my fucking mind. Really looking forward to June 21st at Waxhaw. So am I. We got Tommy Dreamer coming in. That's going to be a good time. So let's go ahead and talk about what we got coming up. So first off, I will not be here. I will not be at XWW June the 8th. They are running a show at Small Bar. And here's what I have. Check this out. These are the pictures I was sent. They're moving.
Nice. That is awesome. That is cool.
I got pictures sent to me this way earlier today. I think it's pretty neat too.
That's dope. That's pretty freaking dope.
They have a contract signing for June the 14th, which would be next week. We'll talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
They have Zay Vega versus Thomas Extreme for the XWW Hardcore title.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a fun one. And you've got Bobby Valentine with AJ Myers taking on Elliot Shock and Saeed Al-Sibah. That's going to be a crazy tag match right there. So that's just what you got coming up this weekend from XWW. That's July 8th at Small Bar. And what was the time on that? Doors open at 3. Show starts at 4. So that's going to be a good time. We will still be working in Georgia while that show happens.
Wow. Yeah, busy weekend.
Yeah, we'll still be working. So speaking of the weekend, let's go ahead and get right into this weekend for us. The Birthday of Champions actually started today, 5 to 8 p.m. It ended just an hour and a half ago.
Yep.
Dude, Justin Credible didn't make it. He will not be there at all this weekend. That was announced.
That's a shame.
But coming up Friday, guests only, you've got Sergeant Slaughter, Scotty Riggs, Buff Bagwell, and Abdullah the Butcher.
So that's going to be a fun.
That's going to be tomorrow. Yup. And then these are everybody that's coming this weekend. The 7th is 5 until, and then the 8th is 12 until. So we will be busy. We got Josh Martin going to be there tonight.
confirmed that he's gonna be part of the commentary with us, so that's gonna be freaking awesome.
Yes, and we have another commentator. So it's gonna be like 4 people in the booth. I think I'm gonna step in and do some, but I'm not gonna do this stuff. There's no way I'm doing commentary the whole time.
Why
Not
not?
with 4 people in the booth. Not with 4 of us in there. We could. I've got enough. I mean, you got 2 microphones you loaded, right?
One. Remember, I only have one.
You only
So,
have one mic,
one.
and I've got 1 mic. So I mean, we've got enough microphones. We'll just have to figure out how to
squeeze everybody in.
Yeah, because that's gonna be a tight shot. I don't know how the hell to do this. And I got to be on the end because I got to go back to the ring every match. So
we'll
unless
figure
they
it
have
out.
me ringing outs from outside, which I don't mind. I don't care. I'll do whatever they tell me to do. Doesn't matter to me. But yeah, dude, it's gonna be crazy. Josh Martin joining us on commentary is just downright ridiculous. Coming up after that. Oh wait, no, I already talked about that. That's the Small Bar Show that they're talking that we already covered some of. Coming up after that, we have Heatwave, the return of Quest.
Oh, I'm so excited. He's coming back.
So check this out. Here are the matches for Heatwave so far that I've got. 2 out of 3 falls. Cam Jackson, James Johnson. Folks.
Number 1 versus Wrestling Papa. The what?
Yes.
The dangerous daddy himself, James Johnson.
This is going to be so fun. I am really excited for that matchup. We've got Bobby Ballantyne, Elliott Shock for the XWW United States Championship in a street fight.
Wow. Look, I've been seeing Elliott Shock's evolution lately. I've seen him over at BWA. This kid is going places. It's he's finding himself, once he was revealed his secret identity, he's more coming into his own lately. And I have a good feeling that he's gonna walk away the winner on this one.
I don't know, man. It's a street fight, brother. We also have Diego Hill versus Jordan Holt in a singles match. There ain't nothing safe in this building. There's nothing. There's no safe place to sit. There's no safe place to stand, because this is going to be all over the place, and I can't wait. It's going to be excellent. And there's one more matchup that's going to happen, and it's going to be we're going to have a funeral shortly thereafter, but it's Jack Wiley, who is an XWW commentator, going up against Quest, the Reaper of the Ring. That's why I said it's going to be a funeral, because there is no way Jack Wiley is going to survive this. Money Enterprises is going to have to send out everybody they got to stop Quest from killing Jack Wiley. It's Jack Wiley's fault that Quest is even back. So in the fine print of Quest's termination papers, it stated, you are gone until somebody from the active company challenges you. And this dipshit, Jack Wiley, said,
"Loopholes, baby.
I challenge Quest. Why would a commentator challenge him? He was so upset by Quest stealing Manny's cars that he challenged Quest. I can't believe, for a guy that's as articulate as Jack Wiley, he was that stupid to say that. This is going to be a massacre. The people of Lenny Boy are going to witness a murder. Don't call the cops. He asked for it. Call the coroner's office. Trust me, there's enough people in there that can declare him legally dead. I can do that if you need to. But no cops, just a coroner. We just need a body bag and a stretcher, because I'm not carrying his ass. Unbelievable. Speaking of commentary, we just had Austin Aries commentate the USA Main Event Wrestling Middleweight Tournament. Can't wait to release it for everyone to see.
That's awesome.
be sure you send that. Tag the Wrestling Wire podcast, please. Tag us when you release this, because that way we'll add it right to the page.
Yeah, we'll share it.
We got
And Kyle, buddy, reach out to us. We would love to have you back on, man. And we should be promoting that too.
right. There's a ton of stuff that we need to get into, and a ton of stuff we can get into, but it's going to be a
wrestling news, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge
Tyler
thing.
knows what he's doing. If he's not, doing his whiskey business thing, that he's putting stuff together like that. So
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen. South Tryon Street, Charlotte, Lenny Boy Brewing, June 14th. Show starts at 7.
You hear this disrespect here?
There you go. All right, and you got this one.
Insurgents Pro Wrestling is coming back June 15th in Eden, North Carolina. IPW World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. TDT is making his appearance. Trey Tucker and Mike Robinson are coming in. Not to mention also Dalton Grant, YTB, Luke Hamilton, and Baby Lotion Brown, along with Antonio Stevenson. The Wave is coming back. Buddy Flowers and Metallico is going to be an amazing event. Unfortunately, we will not be there because we're going to be in Georgia, but you should be there if you're in the Eden area. Doors open at 6 p.m. Bell time is at 7 p.m. General admission is $10. Front row is $15. Kids 5 and under are free. You need to come out. That's all I got to say. Eden, North Carolina.
Excellent.
Surgeons Pro.
This is you again.
And at the same time, Live Pro Wrestling, Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling presents MATW coming back to the DMV at the JCC. You have the likes of Doug Delicious, O'Shea Edwards is going to be there, Rhett Titus, C.W. Anderson, Ace Montana, Blade Brown, Chase Emery. It's going to be an awesome show. Actually, this is in the books. Ron, I'm telling you right now, Wednesday night. They will be on Wednesday night. Todd and some of these superstars will be on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. for the breakdown of that show.
All right. So we have a breakdown coming up for that one. Thank you. I will have the flyer to you tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then as well on the 15th, you will find me at a benefit. Yes, that's right. The asshole that I am. And, I'm working a charity show.
He is a tight butthole.
Sir. A tightwad would have been the correct statement there. A tightwad. I'm not cheap. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not cheap. I swear to God, you're a fucking idiot. Oh my God. All right. So
I guess you're not a workaholic.
Nope, Eric.
All right.
Eric, tomorrow I need a steel chair. I need to borrow a chair for about 2 seconds tomorrow. I got to learn how to properly swing it. Davin's going to help me practice. Anyway, I'll be working at a benefit show, South Carolina School for the Deaf and the Blind. We've got this show is for everyone. 122 Builders Court. This is at the APW Asylum Pro Wrestling building. Pro Wrestling Union's involved. This is the old flyer because Meeks is no longer on there. It's now Kindred Allen. Mm-hmm. It'll be Prince versus Kindred for the Pro Wrestling Union Junior Heavyweight title. The God's Gift World title will be on the line. Breezy, Sanson, and Standard. Women's matchup will be Lindsay and Lexi Steele, plus 3 blind draw series 8-man tag matchups. Here's all the layouts of those. It's going to be a good time. Folks, you don't want to miss it. It'll be a fun time. It'll be a fun show, and it's for a good cause. So that's what we like to do. The following weekend, you've got Tommy Dreamer, Psycho Boy Fodder, June 21st, heavyweight title for XWW Cruel Summer. This is a free show, free admission to the show, and you get to see a living legend, the hardcore icon himself, Tommy Dreamer. Waxhaw Tap House, Waxhaw, North Carolina. Let's fucking
That's gonna be an amazing matchup, dude.
Crazy. I cannot wait. This is you, right?
This is me. Yes. Saturday, June 22nd, BWA Pro Wrestling comes back to Eden, North Carolina. And it is going to be a stacked card. Actually, if you continue, I think we have some of the matchups. This is the first matchup that we showed off: Luke Fury, Morgan Dash, and some more were just released earlier today. We have Justin Kindred going against Rob Killjoy. That's going to be a crazy matchup. Stephen Meeks and Zion are going to go at it. That's going to be a crazy matchup. Those danger hugs from Steve Meeks. Chase versus JD Pruitt for the BWA championship. That's going to be amazing. And then now La Cultura, Mr. Christian Rayo representing here against Don Petty for a singles matchup. So that's going to be awesome. And then we have Pirio, the Peruvian Nightmare, going against Baby Lotion Brown. And again, La Cultura representing AA.
All right.
Then we have Cobalt the Crusader versus Trey Darula. That's going to be a crazy matchup. And then there's going to be a gauntlet for the number one contender for the BWA Undisputed Championship. Antonio Stevenson, Moses, Tyler Bruins, Draken, and none other than La Cultura's own Mr. AOK representing again. We're just showing up places. Look at that.
You had that one twice. Yep, that's the overall, man. That looks like a pretty stacked card. Don't forget that night start time will be 5 p.m. for this Champions Fallout, as I have announced. It'll be a tag team matchup with Jay Lethal and the Ring of Fire Wrestling Heavyweight Champion Spotlight, Scotty Brooks. They'll be teaming up, but who are they going against? Well, I'll have to work on that tomorrow after I do the contract.
That's
Friday, July 19th.
Who is going to be?
I'm very interested to see who it's going to be. My phone's been going off. I've been ignoring it, so I'm going to have to answer that.
It's probably a bunch of tag teams trying to blow you up, man.
It's been nonstop. My phone's been ringing. That's why I keep going. That's why I was looking at my phone earlier. I was sitting here like, stop. I'm on air. You guys should know me well enough to know that I'm not going to answer the phone when I'm on air. Doesn't happen. There is one phone call and one phone call only that will make me pause this and walk away.
The kiddos?
No, they're in the house. I can hear them
True.
already. True. I'm good with them. Kingdom Clash coming your way from XWW. This will be at Lenny Boy. We have the debut of Dan the Dad. Lenny Boy, get ready for a wild debut. I'm not sure what this is going to do. I can't wait to see what happens. Coming up in September, we've got the Parade of Champions. Matter of fact, that's right. On the 20th, we have a match announcement. No. What? The match announcement just happened. Yeah, they just unleashed a match. They did just unleash a match. But what they do have, I'm waiting for the image to come to me. I'll have to get with the promoter. Jesus, again? Okay. Still not the one person I'd answer the phone for. We have a special contest going on.
Yes, we do.
On the 20th, where a winner on Thursday night can win tickets to the show. We're giving away 4 tickets to this show live on air. We'll be joined by the boss, Cole Maccabee, for that one. That's going to be a good time.
I love that guy.
That. And remember, this show, check out the card. There's a ton of great talent on here. This is also sponsored by us.
Yep.
We've got a sponsorship pack here, as well as Wrestling Road Stories. Check them out. They are awesome people. That is it for this week, guys. We've got a ton of busy shit to do this weekend. I am ready to leave. I will put it that way. I could leave now and be perfectly fine. However, I have some things to do in the morning. I have some very important business to attend to. I've got to draw up this new contract. I've got some errands to run. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, the last thing I got to pack up is my suits. And yeah, I'll be ready to go.
I got to get mine from the dry cleaner. So we'll worry about that. There we go. We'll worry about that tomorrow. I was removing some of the excess crap that we no longer need. All right. At any rate, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow when we broadcast live from Birthday of Champions, Marietta, Georgia. Eric Nelson, we'll see you tomorrow, pal. I can't wait for this. ladies and gentlemen, if we don't see you soon, we'll see you at the Indies.
At the Indies. Deuces.